All right, good evening, members of the school board. Tonight we have the privilege of presenting to you our plan for the one-to-one initiative in the Liberty School District. Just to give you an overview, we have a focus on not just technology and devices, but also infrastructure, training, and support, which we will highlight later on. Our vision for one-to-one learning in the district is to ensure that we have a technology-rich environment that prepares students for the 21st century by focusing on the skills that they're going to need. In order for us to do this, our mission is to ensure that we have a learning process that is engaging and we leverage the power of the technology and the tools that we plan to implement through this initiative. This graphic just gives you a brief overview of how each of the components of this plan have addressed standards outlined by ISTE for the effective integration of technology in schools. Moving on, I'd like to highlight our first goal, which focuses on infrastructure. Our goal in this area is really to focus on three components of fiber optic broadband, ensuring that the majority of our classrooms have wireless access points, and that we have robust PC labs to offer programs such as cybersecurity, IT, and coding. To help us accomplish this goal, we have several strategies to include ensuring that we have a rigorous RFP process to ensure the best value of the dollar, that we utilize virtual summer school to keep our buildings free in the summer for demolition and installation, and that we leverage the skills and abilities of our lead instructional specialists already within our buildings. Lastly, to support this goal, we have a professional learning plan that focuses on four components. The first being that we have all meetings with our lead teams on a regular basis, that all of our technology specialists are trained, and that students and staff receive the appropriate training for proper implementation. Moving on, we'll focus on goal number 2.
Goal 2 is our devices, in which we are working towards a 1-to-1 ratio in order to increase student engagement, collaboration, creativity, and reflectiveness by 3% through the usage of Chromebooks and touchscreens. Through integration, we plan to use technology to ensure professional development of faculty so they can further educate students on new technology, set up meetings between school faculty and technology staff, including mandatory workshops. All students will learn and practice technology skills and ethical use of technologies that will prepare them for the 21st century workplace. And students will be expected to partake in group assignments with the usage of technology in order to build their ability to collaborate and actively participate in social environments. Acceptable and responsible use policies. As a result, the committee has reached a consensus on the top 5 items that must be included in our district's acceptable use policies. They are the intellectual property, etiquette, safety and security, legal requirements, and acceptable use.
The second and final goal relates to communications with our technology plan. By this spring, we would ensure that school communication among personnel, students, and community is positive, including connections with teachers and experts. We want communication in and among our community to be appropriate and effective. The teachers will teach digital citizenship to students and update school communication through our online platforms. Some strategies for implementing this include establishing and maintaining online platforms that the tech director will update. Building principals will also oversee communications on behalf of their building. Teachers will use district-created lesson plans to teach digital citizenship to their students. And teachers will formally teach social skills for K through 6 students. Lastly, parents will be invited to a community seminar once per semester to teach them the skills we are teaching their students, social interaction and digital citizenship. And lastly, we want to explain the Children's Internet Protection Act, the IPA, issued by the Federal Communications Commission, which was created to protect children from offensive and obscene material they might encounter on the internet. It does apply to us since we are a school, also applies to libraries. Regulations that must be met in order to qualify for E-rate discounted internet. That is the end of our plan. We are now opening it up to the board for questions or comments. We are open to your feedback.